If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
As for the session, today's topic is phrase management. How the phrases should be created and how they will be maintained and how they will be assigned to the phrase sets, characteristics, everything we will learn today. So first of all, we will understand what is meant by a phrase. Just checking how many phrases are present in the system. So in this system, it is clear we have around 33,584 phrases present in the system. Do you have any idea what is meant by a phrase?
Text which can be used to show multiple languages, like multilingual kind of.
Okay. Why we need to maintain multiple languages?
Yeah, to have them displayed like on a particular language. Let's say so in GLM sense, if I say then if the product is going to China, it should show in Chinese translations, right? So the same text can be utilized without going in and manually. So, so you can maintain the translations so that
To support all the regions. Actually, this
yeah.
concept is not a new one, even for each and every kind of form related things. They are also maintained in different languages. Suppose if you are printing some delivery notes or picking notes or any type of document or new type of forms, generally we use it to do smart forms in SAP. And once the smart form is completed or script is completed, we use it to do the language related steps, and we will convert everything into multiple languages whenever they are running as in the regional base by concept of regional users. They will use their own language, and finally the terms will be displayed in their own language if we maintain something. So it is a kind of object creation, languages maintenance. In SC63, generally people use it to maintain the languages and all. But while coming to AHS, the languages concept is very much clear. For all kind of descriptions we use in AHS, we will maintain the concept called phrases. In phrase, we will maintain the proper descriptions, what exactly the user want to use inside the property tree or any kind of AHS related objects. We will maintain all the phrases. And finally, by each and every phrase we will maintain in all the languages. So that is the basic for this. Yeah. Suppose if I want to create a phrase, what will be the mandatory parameters? See this? If you can see this symbol, this is the mandatory parameter. So phrase group will be the mandatory parameter. But phrase library is automatically selected, if you can see. Okay, you can change this. You can change it to some other phrase library, and also still you can create the phrase. No issues at all, because this is coming from the configuration that every time when you are creating phrase library, cust should be chosen as a default. That is the reason it was maintained in the configuration. That is the reason automatically it is coming and it's sitting in the phrase library information. You can select anything from this below phrase libraries. Mostly we use cd, cust, tdcle. That's it. Remaining phrase libraries, it is very much hard to touch at least. Okay. So phrase library is a must. Phrase group needs to be selected. Phrase description is really needed, at least in one language. That cannot be in English. Yeah, right now I logged in English. That is the reason it is automatically taking from the memory parameter and it is giving the English. Suppose if you are very much interested to create the phrase in Spanish, then Spanish will come. It will be the source language. Means there should be some source language for the phrase. Initial phrase creation language. And the phrase can be anything. It can be a long text, short text, normal, anything. Even you can write a paragraph also into a phrase. Okay. That much length you can use it. Once you provided all these mandatory parameters, please click on enter button to create the phrase automatically. There is a number range functionality which we discussed in the previous class. ESN underscore PHR ID is the number range object. It will generate the number automatically. It is a kind of internal generation from SAP side. Even if there is a chance to provide the number from your side also, that can be the external one. What exactly as for the configuration, you need to provide that. And once phrase key is generated, please click on this item to display all the languages. So you can maintain whatever the language you want. So this is very much simple. This is a simple phrase. And once the phrase is created, you need to assign it to the phrase sets. Okay, how the phrase sets will be created, and I will show you what exactly they are. So in our system, it is you people can understand. We have 33,000 of phrases. Sometimes when it is a test system, yeah, and a sandbox kind of. That is the reason the phrase count 33,000 is also very less. In a regular project or production system, or you can able to see around the phrases in lakhs. Okay, so those phrases are really important, and unfortunately, if you don't understand the flow of phrases, it will be very difficult to you. And also, you need to understand how the phrases can be created and formed internally. I mentioned just the phrases can be in lakhs. How can you identify your phrases? So, a lot of phrases are there, and you need to segregate them. The same concept will apply. This can be phrase library. Of course, you can have multiple libraries, but if you choose one phrase library, then it can be like this. You can put as many phrase groups inside. Inside the phrase groups, you can directly maintain the phrases. There is a possibility we can have n number of phrase groups inside a phrase library. Okay, the relationship between them is 1:n. You can put as many as you can. Same concept will applicable. Phrase group, any number of phrases can be present. So we can put n number of phrases inside a phrase group. Okay, n number of. Phrase set. Phrase set is a different thing. Some bunch of phrases can be combined and they will form a phrase set. The phrases can be from one phrase group or different phrase group is also possible. But different phrases can be combined and it will form a phrase set. Characteristic. The characteristic which we observed inside property tree, the characteristic will be directly linked to the phrase set. Okay, the phrases will be combined from multiple phrase groups or multiple groups only. Yeah, the phrases will be combined from different phrase groups or a single group, and it will finally form a phrase set. Phrase set will be directly assigned to the characteristic. Okay. Why you need phrase sets? Suppose if you want to maintain some values for a particular characteristic, what we will do to maintain the phrases? We will press F4 to see the possible entries. Okay. F4 is nothing but a search functionality. It will give the comfort for the user to select the proper phrases for that particular characteristic. So we will create the possible values inside a phrase set and we will assign the phrase set to characteristic. Phrase set characteristic assignment can be done by using CG12. Oh, phrase set characteristic, right? So CG is a phrase set and phrase linking that can be done by using the transaction code. In CG12 also we can do it. Phrase sets will be created by using CG1B. Same concept. We generally use how the naming conventions will be transaction codes like this. MM01 creation, MM02 change, MM03 display. Like the same way, CG1A creation, CG1B change, CG1C display. Same methodologies. CG11 creation, not creation. It is CG11. I think 13 is the display. 12 is a change. 11 can be creation, but most of the people don't use that. Simply, they will go to CG12 and they will create it. So this is the complete determination for the phrase. Any doubts after this?
Yes, Ramesh, for the phrases to assigning of the phrase set, it should be same phrase group or frame phrase library or any other library also we can assign.
We are talking about group or library.
Group or library, any phrases.
Okay. In a phrase set, it can be assigned from a single phrase library. Always cust will be taken care because it is default. Default means we are using all the phrases from the default phrase library. That is for sure. And in phrase library, we can have multiple phrase groups. All the 16 sections will have 16 phrase groups, and also additional phrase groups will be maintained. You can choose the phrase from any of the group, but a phrase set can get the information from any of the group, and finally it will form the phrase set.
Okay, Ramesh.
In my previous class, I mentioned the VAT and class names can be same. Okay, the value assignment type and the class names can be same. Like the same way, characteristic and phrase set, the names can be same. We can see the characteristic in the property tree, and we can press F4, the values will come. The values are coming from phrase set. Phrase set is the backend one, which can store all these phrases, but it will not be displayed. It is the backend concept, but that is the reason it will be created with the same name of characteristic, and it will give the entries for the characteristic from the phrase groups. Okay. Now I will show you one by one. This is the phrase creation, and this is the descriptions assignment, and it will be the phrase set. Suppose what will be the characteristic you want to assign to the particular phrase, then you can maintain the phrase set and you can use it. We will take an example instead of saying the same orally. Here too. Double click on substance. Choose anyone. Like 287 I choose. Okay. Better to take a real substance instead of DG because these are already fixed. We can assign still, but it is not needed at least in this case. In real property, you can have a lot of entries and you can choose whatever you want. Type of substance. Please click on display or edit button and type of substance. Just press F4. In the screen, you can able to see on the top, this is the phrase set name. Okay. SAP EHS 1011005 type. and this is the characteristic name. Both are same. Okay. What I'm doing now, just I'm copying this characteristic name and I'm inserting inside this particular phrase, and I assigned. See this, the data is saved, and this phrase is assigned to this particular phrase set. Okay. Now I created something. Go back. If you press F4, see this? Your phrase is not there. Why? Always SAP EHS system needs refresh. Type of substance, that is 001 underscore 005. Edit. Type of substance. See this? You can assign it. So you can maintain the phrase and also you can save it. So this is the way, this is the reason we maintain phrases. Let me show you the characteristic once again. See this? This is the place in values. You can able to see the phrase assignment. This is the function module. For any kind of phrase assignments, this function module needs to be maintained, because this function module will automatically map or automatically search for the phrase set if it is existing, and it will pull all the values from the phrase set when you press F4 or when you ask for the values for this particular characteristic. So this needs to be maintained. There will be other methods to maintain the information inside a phrase, inside a characteristic. Phrase sets is one of the method. Okay, you can make the characteristic as free text, means no conditions. You can maintain whatever you want. That is one. By using phrase sets, you can control it. That is the second one. By using SAP tables also, you can maintain the entries. That is the third one. So there will be multiple entries to maintain the information or values inside the characteristic. Okay, these are different. Suppose if you want to see the phrase set outside, just what will be the transaction code? CG1B will be the transaction code, and you can able to see that. See this? This is the phrase set, and you can able to see all the phrases which are involved. They can be from any kind of group. That doesn't matter, but they are related to a single phrase library. That is the reason even phrase library concept is not at least maintained here, because they are all come from cust. That is the default phrase library. Understand up to this point?
Yes, Ramesh. Ramesh, why always we need to maintain this characteristic and phrase set name is same? And is there is this only the SAP recommended way, or just we need to avoid the confusion? We'll maintain both are same.
You can maintain whatever you want. You can maintain a different name for class and VAT also. Just it is a recommendation from SAP. There is no need for confusion. Again, if you maintain two different values, again it will search for every characteristic what will be the phrase set name. If you maintain the same value, it will be simple. Even it is for our purpose. Program will do it. Program will automatically search for that. But as per the user concept, if it is same, then it is very simple for us. We are remembering a lot of things in our mind. Just we are reducing the load by creating the similar names. What will be the phrase set for this particular characteristic? Same name, that's it. Happy. Very simple, right? That is the only thing. And if you maintain different name for the phrase set, we should maintain or we should assign or we should map it, right? So where will we map? CG AC. In this transaction, you can able to see the property tree on your left hand side. You can check, you can click on any characteristic. See this? These are all the phrase sets which are already assigned. If you want to change anything, please click this and just change the phrase set. If you created any custom or your own phrase sets, directly create it and change it. No issues at all. Your new phrase set will be assigned here and new phrases will be mentioned as a search values for this particular characteristic. Hope it is clear.
Yeah, clear, Ramesh.
So my point is again the same. Phrase sets. Who will create these phrase sets? As I mentioned, I told you there will be sometimes thousands also, sometimes hundreds of characteristics will be present in the system, correct? In such case, if you want to maintain that many phrase sets, because phrase set characteristic mostly we maintain all the phrase sets for the characteristics. Suppose 100 characteristics are there, at least 80 to 90 phrase sets we will create. Maybe the remaining things can be free text or something. In such case, mostly we deal with phrase sets only. So those many phrase sets, who will create it? Any idea how to create the phrase sets? Don't tell me that the phrase set can be created by using the transaction code. I know that, I already mentioned that, but how to create the bulk number of phrase sets? It is a bit hard task, right? That is the reason. We have the transaction code, CGBB. Okay. By using CGBB, if you press enter, automatically a background job will get triggered. And you can go to SM37. You triggered something, right? You need to see that. So execute it. See, it is running. Very nice. So it will create all the phrase sets which are with SAP naming conventions. Means all the standard phrase sets will be created automatically and they will be assigned to the respective phrase characteristic automatically if you run the transaction CGBB. If
Here
anything
no
is missed,
here no need to run CGAB, Ramesh.
no need.
Okay.
Mostly they will be created automatically. The program will be creating the standard phrase set. See this? I will show you one by one. Spool. Always, if it is a background job, generally we use it to go for job log, but any kind of this phrase set creation kind of things, just go for spool. This is important. Spool. type. You can able to see. Oh, I created 289 phrase sets I created right now. It is a test system, right? Most of the data is not created. That is the reason you got it. 289 phrase sets I created and 75 characteristics are excluded. Even we will maintain the configuration for excluded characteristic. There is no need to create the phrase sets again or phrase sets for those. So those will be the exclusion list. And in this shot, I created 289 phrase sets. That's a good thing. Only it will create the phrase sets. Assignment, it won't do. Assignment purpose, what we will do, we will go for another transaction, CG, CZ. See this? Activating of phrasing of fields. This symbol, this checkbox will take care of it. Each and every checkbox we need to maintain, and I will explain each and every of these when I'm talking about the property tree concepts. Okay. This will take care of the assignment. Somebody asked, I think. So we know how to create a phrase. We know how to create a phrase set. We know how to assign the phrase to a phrase set. We know how to assign the phrase set to the characteristic. Anything we missed? That's all right. So this is all related to the phrase. Now we will talk about different concepts related to phrases. Sometimes we will maintain phrase codes. Okay. Mostly the phrases will be provided by the content. No need to take anything. Simply the content will provide around most of the phrases, but still there might be a possibility that you can create your custom phrases and you can do your homework. Once the standard phrases are created by using the content, using data migration techniques, mostly it is OCC. By using OCC, we can maintain all the phrases inside SAP system. Once the phrases are created, for some phrases, we need phrase codes. People, we have H&P statements. Okay. Hazardous and precautionary statements, which are really needed in maintaining the MSDS concepts. Mostly in the MSDS concept, you will receive a paper if you purchase any chemical or any chemical related good. The paper will contain all these H&P statements and also codes. These H&P statements will give you some information what to do if the chemical, if you do after something happened with the chemical, it went into your eyes. What will be the precautionary statements, or what will be the how to avoid the situation. Cleaning your face by using water, splashing water on your face, cleaning the face with your towel, with a towel. So these kind of statements will be created and they will be maintained inside the MSDS, or what exactly the activity you need to perform. Everything will be mentioned out there. Consult the doctor. Keep children out of the particular product. So these are nothing but phrase codes. And the H&P codes, it is very much needed because we are using SAP. Actually, the module is EHS. Module can be implemented by using any of the tool. There are a lot of tools. SAP is one of the tool for EHS. But EHS is the module. EHS can be implemented by using a lot number of tools. So all the people should understand, because the regulatory people know the information like codes. If you mention the hazard code or precautionary code H313, H312, H412, these kind of codes, they will easily understand because they are from regulations, guys. That is the reason we used to maintain H and P codes inside our system to understand the phrases. Okay, where the phrases will be maintained. Phrase code. See this? This is the code. The description can be maybe harmful in contact with skin. Sometimes you can maintain the graphic files also by maintaining the direct file without providing the path and all. Directly you can maintain the graphic file, and the file can be maintained in application layer also. Okay. Then whenever you use this particular phrase inside the WWA coding, the graphic file or the symbol will be printed instead of the screen. Instead of the phrase text, the symbol will be displayed. You need to mention that in the WWA coding, it should be clearly mentioned what exactly you want to display. You want to display the phrase text or phrase code or graphics. Which one you want to display? So you need to display the same thing. Next.
Here for the graphic file, we need to give the application server path, Ramesh.
My friend, it can be done by using two ways. You can maintain the graphic file in your presentation layer and you can assign it. Also, you can assign the graphic file from the application server also. Both the things is possible.
Okay.
If you maintain the graphic file from your system, it is limited to you. If you maintain the graphic file in application server, everybody can use it, isn't it?
Yes, everyone. Okay.
So, referencing. Suppose a phrase is created and there is already old phrases there, which is referencing. What exactly the reference phrase? You can maintain all the reference phrases at this place. Okay. Suppose right now I created a phrase. I forgot what exactly I created today. So what I will do, it is valid. I created today only, right? Forget about this one. Type of search changed. Yes, today I changed it. Today I created it. Phrase header, also phrase item. Give me the phrase information. Required fields. Now what I will do then I will put today's date because I created only today. Yeah, see this? I created the phrase. These are nothing but filters. What exactly the filters we see in CGO2 transaction? Same way. You can get, you will try to filter out the phrases which you need by using these filters. You have different concepts and you need to practice them. You can find the phrases which are not involved in any phrase assignment. So this is a very good way. And ESTPH is the phrase header table. ESTPP is the phrase item table. ESTPJ is the phrase set assignment table. ESTPS is the phrase set table. So it is always good to remember the tables also in a side part so that if you have any queries, you can directly jump into the tables and you can see the relationships. So that will be an easy method. I generally do that. Suppose you feel some phrases are having duplicacies or something. Then you can combine both of them. Okay, where exactly the merge concept will come? Merge concept will come whenever you got the update from content. Generally, Sarkar aerial or these two people, multiple people can provide the content. While the content, they will provide phrases with phrase library CED. Okay, phrase library CED. This is the information generally you get from content. See this? Okay, suppose this phrase is there. What I will do, it is right now created with the phrase library CED. I want it to extend for cust because everybody will use cust only. Nobody will use CED. Then what is the need to create in CED? Because it should be coming from content. So if you change anything, you will migrate it or you will merge it to cust and you will change it. If you change directly on CED, the content what exactly you bought, it will be lost. So that is the reason not to do any manipulations directly on CED. Better why we directly upload the information into CED and we will merge it to cust. How the merging will be happening. Select the particular phrase on the whole content. Once the upload is completed, click on the merge. This button will come. See this? This is the CED and this is the phrase. This is the phrase group. Okay. Right now it is already created. That is the reason it is coming. Otherwise, if it is not, you need to select adopt phrase ID. Adopt phrase ID means okay. Already available. That is the problem. The particular phrase is already available. But actually, if you click this button, the same phrase ID will come in the cust place and the same phrase group will be mapped over there. So it is not a single activity. You can choose around 5 to 10,000 entries and you can select all. And you can, if you click this button, all the entries will be mapped to the respective cust libraries and it will give you the option to migrate. Then you can choose this one directly. The phrases will be migrated to cust. They will be extended to cust. It will be very simple activity. Once the phrase upload is completed, this is the must and should activity you need to perform. Any queries? Any queries?
There is one option, Ramesh, in the extras where user list. What is about that?
Where user list? Where user list can be seen anywhere in SAP, not only EHS. Suppose
Okay.
I
Say for example, yeah.
I open SC38 and I open any program. This is a program. Everywhere it will be there. Where user list. Where exactly this program is used in SAP. You can select like this. In this program was used. Means in this program, our source program was used. Like the same way, where exactly this phrase was used. You can choose. You can choose where you can get the information where exactly this phrase was involved. Okay, it didn't find any usage. Okay, so it is CED. Generally, we don't use it. If you see the cust one, then you can able to, there might be chance you can get some entries for the where use list. In these phrase sets, this phrase was used. In these characteristics, it was assigned. You can able to see these kind of things. Where use list.
Okay.
Got you?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Whenever you have some free time, just go to each and every tab and try to play with the buttons, what exactly those are. If you are unable to get the information, please come to the next class and ask for the remaining things. What is this field? What is that field? Administration information will give you the information of who created it, who changed it, when it was changed, when it is created, everything you will get log file. This is very important. Language selection. In configuration, we use it to do the language selection, and still there might be a possibility you can add the languages and you can see the languages in which languages it was maintained. Generally, for languages, we can search for the language first in T002T table. In that table, what exactly the languages which were implemented in the system while installing the language pack. If there is any language missing in the table, go to basis consultant, give him a sweet warning, ask him to install the proper language pack. That's it. Okay. So that is your job. You need to identify the languages and finally ask the basis to work on the language pack. It should be treated, it should be, you need to check this at the initial, otherwise everything is created and finally you created the language pack for the new one. All the work you need to do again because every phrase is not maintained with the language. So you need to do it again. Your system is not having the particular language. It is not the problem from the content or it is not a problem from the user. You are the you have done the mistake. You didn't identify the language. So it is your mistake. Do the activity whole once again. Anybody have any queries? Can I proceed further?
Yeah, Ramesh.
Okay. Why today the count is very less? Only 9 people.
Some other team members have some other meetings. Ramesh.
Yeah. So this is the concept of phrase in a system, whether we covered the total or not. Phrase group check, library check, reset check, reset assignment check, merging check, combining check. So we covered all the practical part of phrases, but we didn't cover the configuration part of phrases. So there is a separate node for phrases, phrase management. Let us see and discuss how it can be. I told you ESN underscore PHRID is the number range key and any kind of SAP object. It is not an EHS object. Any kind of SAP object, it should have the number range functionality. Okay, we need to create the number range because you are creating some objects for that, some uh, objects for the particular thing. So you need to create the number ranges. That is a must and should activity from your side. Next, phrase libraries and phrase groups. What are the different phrase libraries existing in the system? You can create all the phrase libraries on your own. Suppose if you want any custom thing, just you can create the custom phrase library. I already mentioned only one phrase library can be active or default. So you choose custom. And once the phrase library is selected, please double click on the phrase group to see what are the different phrases groups assigned to this particular. Okay. This is the phrase group. So it is maintained as active library. And sometimes we use it to get the distributors. This is not an important field where how you are using the phrase library and what exactly the from where exactly you got this entry. All this kind of stuff will be available. And the number range functionalities are very much common when it was published and what is the version. So this is phrase group and library. I told you language selection. What will be the different languages mentioned over there? There are around 30 languages I can able to see. If you want to increase or if there is any new language, you are very much interested to open up and you just want to maintain the language in the service pack. Even somebody know or not, I think recently Hindi is also added into SAP and you can able to see all the documents, delivery notes, everything in Hindi also. Have you ever seen the Hindi related stuff in SAP?
Need to check.
I told you this is the table. Splash. HI. See that? This is Hindi, right? The language pack is already added for Hindi language, and this is a possibility. In Indian plans, people can select the language as Hindi, and they can able to see the language as document notes, delivery notes, everything. Even SAP transactions are also in Hindi. You can change everything over there. It can be a log on language also. Sometime next time onwards, you can uh, log in Hindi language also. That is good. Let me try. Hmm. पसंदीदा favorites SAP मेनू भूमिका बनाएं उपयोगकर्ता असाइन करें very nice everything is in Hindi everywhere anyone tried it
The first time I am also seeing, so we'll try.
it will be so cool oh program very nice okay so and also one more thing how do you generally open SAP? There is a possibility, I think you open from SAP login pad like this. If you go for properties, see, this is the application server and this is the instance number. You should understand only these two are the main things. If you know application server and the instance number, you can easily open anything. Like what I'm doing, I'm just in your run pad, directly execute this command. You can able to open the SAP nodes automatically. SAP GUI, the application server space, and the instance number. Automatically, it will connect to SAP without doing anything. Just double, not clicking on anything. Just it is a kind of shortcut. You can able to get the logo on pad directly like this. And also, if you maintain a bad file in your system, by maintaining the user credentials, it will be worked as single sign-on. There is no need to have a single sign-on on your system. Directly, you can execute the bat file and you can run the see, you can create the bat files for systems, and once the bat file is ready, just you can directly click it. What I'm saying. Client is 100. Okay. Well, start. So this is the bad file which I prepared. For the creations. And if I executed everything and I, okay. Okay. Really? See that? I just executed my bad file without providing the credentials. Directly it is opening the SAP screen without giving the credentials it is. So please create your bad files and try to explore the SAP system. How can you make some use of it? Simply, you can avoid maintaining the usernames and password every time. Even there is no need to type wrongly or something. Make the system do this kind of activities for you. So that is what exactly I would like to say. And we are at configuration, right? We have a separate node inside BDTT, and it is phrase management. We should not do language selection. We completed it. And coming for the phrase statuses, we can maintain different kind of phrase statuses also. See this? This is the phrase status in process, external processing, released, historical. Historical programs won't consider the phrases. Once you open any phrase, check the header. You can able to see the, oh, my mistake. In item only you can able to see the phrase. See this? This is phrase status. By temporarily disabling also possible by using the phrase status and all. Choose the status whichever you want and you can put. Okay.
Ramesh, what is external processing? In progress, release, historical, I understand, but what about external processing?
External processing is nothing but simply it is a kind of phrase status. It's a external processing means some influence will be on this particular phrase by using the third party. Not only like this, suppose you are maintaining some master data in your system, and finally you need to export some information out of your system. Mostly the difficulty with EHS is whatever you download from EHS, it will be present in phrases. The people who don't understand phrases, it will be a nightmare for them. Everything will be in phrases only, or whether it can be, and I'm not talking about any programs or something, even it is, suppose if it is an IDOC, you trigger the dangerous goods IDOC, and whole the dangerous goods master is triggered, and it will be sent into the XML format. In XML format, even if you open, what it will be display? It will display the phrases. Understand, right? So
Yes.
everything is in phrases. What they will understand? Simply, they need to do a file which can give the descriptions for the phrases. That is the kind of thing they are expecting, because if they don't understand phrases, that's it. That is the biggest headache which EHS module is having. For that, we will create the phrase mask IDOC also into the system. The phrase marks IDOC will transfer all the data related to phrases, and the target person can able to see the things in phrases. But the problem is, again, if the target system is not SCP, then we need to provide the file, or we need to provide some extensions which can give the descriptions for the particular phrases involved in the program. That is the reason I clearly mentioned the extensions part in explaining the DG related idocs. So some phrase libraries are created, only the phrases which are coming from the third party, they will be maintained over there and they will be used, and finally they will be utilized. This kind of stuff will be possible.
Okay.
Anything more?
No, Ramesh. Thank you.
Yeah. So these are all the different kind of phrase groups. I can also create a lot number of phrase statuses. So it is just depends on the requirement. We don't take the nations. Okay. Phrase menu exit. These are nothing but enhancements which are required from for the business, which will be implemented by using the help of SAP RAP team, and we will ask for the menu enhancements and all. Mostly we don't ask for that. SAP is having all the information inside and there is no need of it. All the phrase related transactions and all the stuff is already covered, and I can show you one important transaction. CG31. This is the migration transaction which can allow phrases into our SAP system. We will create the DAT file for phrases. Once you got the content update by using OCC, you will run the information over there and you will create the DAT file by using that. Finally, your DAT file needs to sit inside the application layer. Once it is present in the application layer, please provide the application layer path. Okay. After this, please open the DAT file, and on the top you can able to see the character standard. If it is UTF-8 or if it is ISO or it is MSNT, please provide the respective character standard in this particular place. If you enter these two and you can click this button F5, all the remaining fields will be printed. It will be taken from the program. What will be the phrase library that file will contain? How many phrases available that file will contain? What are the new phrases which are not existing in the system that file will contain? What is the publication that file will contain? Version of the phrase library that file will contain. What is the active library you want to use? You will choose whatever the library you want, CED or CUST, depends on your interest. If you want to load them into CED and after that you want to migrate it, you will put CED. You don't want to do all this double activity, you just want to use the CUST directly, put CUST and run it. These are very important things. Phrase migration can be happened in two files. First file is for phrases. Second file is for phrase sets. First file, it will load all the phrases into the system. Second file, the phrases will be created, the phrase sets will be created in the system, and the phrases will be created in the system. These are the two prerequisite steps to execute the phrase set migration file. Phrase set migration file will be created and it will be run. Once it is run, just the phrase sets will be assigned with the proper phrases which are present in the systems. Means phrase set assignment activity will be done in the second file. So these are the two important activities needs to be done in the part of migration. For the first activity, press this checkbox. For the second activity, press this checkbox. Most of the projects didn't implement any status management for phrases. If any status management is available, press this checkbox. Nobody will do that. Most of the people, I say. So that is the complete concept of phrase libraries. And in the language section, we know what are the languages we have. Just you can select or you can use whatever the language you really need. And what are the languages you don't need? You can select. There might be an option, but generally, if you don't select, every language is considered and everything will be loaded. So once your phrases are uploaded, you need to do the merge checking activity. If you run the merging activity, the same phrases will be created in different library. It's like a folder. The same files can be created in different folder. Like the same way, all the phrases in CED can be copied into cust. Cust can be the different phrase library. In your layman language, you can mention as folder also. Phrase group is a subfolder. Phrases will be the files. That's it. This is completely related to phrases. Do you need anything more, or do you feel anything I missed something related to phrases? Please let me know. Team, are you available?
Yes, Ramesh. So I have a doubt regarding this. Why we put only one phrase in one phrase library in active only? Every time we put only one phrase library in active position. Why can't we put two or more phrase libraries in active position?
So, okay, if you have two or more phrase libraries in the system, every time if you are managing the programs or working on the SAP processes, it needs to identify the phrases coming from which phrase library. It is a difficult process, right? Who will determine, who will give you the information? Yeah, give the information which phrase library needs to be selected every time. And can it be easy if it is a single phrase library and system automatically choose the default? Or the active phrase library, that will be the main one. There is no need for the confusion. Somebody no need to tell the system every time, okay, pack it from this particular library. There is no need to tell all these statements, right? System knows it. That is the reason we maintain the active library. Everything, every process, every WWI related assignments, all these kind of steps, everything is possible from cust. Cust is active, cust is in use, cust is the programs which it selects. Cust is where exactly we work with the phrases.
Got it, Ramesh.
Super. These are the transactions. These are the tables. So this is all related to phrase management. Mr. Magnath,
Yes, Ramesh. Yeah.
what is the transaction CG 12 or 13? What exactly we will do with that?
In 1.3 we used to edit or change. In 1.3 it's a display. It's in display mode.
What you will display?
We used to display the phrase we used to see. Yes.
We use it to display the phrase. We use it to create or change the phrases.
In CG12. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Sivananda,
Yes, Ramesh. Yes, Ramesh.
what we will do in CG 1A, 1B, 1C?
In CG1A, we'll create a phrase set. Ramesh.
Phrase set.
Set.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. Miss Pavani,
Yes, Ramesh.
what we will do in CG, AB or AC?
We'll assign facets
To what?
to the places.
We can assign the phrase sets to phrases in CG12 and CG13. We can assign the phrases to phrase sets in CG1A and 1B and 1C also. But in CGAB, we will assign the phrases to characteristics. We will assign the phrase sets to characteristics. That is the one. Okay. Assigning the phrase sets to characteristics is a very important activity. You need to select the property tree first. Inside the property tree, just check the VATs and characteristics. And once the characteristic level is there, just you can assign the phrase sets, which you already maintained all your phrases inside the phrase sets. And you can create the phrase sets also for this. So finally, you will assign the phrase set to the particular characteristics at this place, CGAB, CGAC. You can choose any. It is one is display and one is changer or something. If you know one, that is enough. No need of taking anything.
Yes,
Mr. Sahu,
Yes.
what is the transaction code for CGBB? CGBB is the transaction code to create or to trigger the background job which is responsible for creation of phrase sets. A lot of phrase sets will be there in the system. Thousands of phrase sets are there. Who is ready to create all these things by one? It is not a smart work. We are consultants. We don't do these kind of loads. We use programs or tools to create such stuff. Okay. Our time is very much valuable. That is the reason we created this transaction. This transaction will create the phrase sets automatically if it is 100 or 1000 or million. Simply the transaction will do the phrase sets and only standard phrase sets can be considered into CGPP. Good. Mr. Subhash,
Yes, Ramesh.
what is the transaction for CG31 generally do?
We import phrases.
Excellent. We import the phrases and also the phrase sets by using the transaction CG31. Once you import the phrases will be present in your system. Then you need to execute the transaction CGBB if it is a fresh one. CGBB will create all the phrase sets and CZ will do the phrase set. Sorry, CZ will run the characteristic to phrases mapping and all. And finally, you need to execute CG31. CG31 transaction will generally migrate all this kind of data and the phrase sets will be automatically mapped to the particular phrases. Then you can able to see if you open a phrase set SAP EHS 1011_005 underscore type, then you can able to see all the phrases inside. Whenever you go to the proprietary and just open the characteristic and press F4 over there, just you can see all the phrases inside. So this is the advantage, which is really Mr. Gautam.
Yes, Ramesh.
What is the table for phrase headers?
Uh, Tables, I still don't remember. I think
No
it's
need, no need.
ESTPH.
Perfect, because it is ending with H. I'm asking for headers. Headers start with H. That's it.
Right. Okay.
Always P represents the item. Ms. Jyoti,
Yes, Ramesh.
what will be the item table?
ESTPP.
PP, yeah. PS stands for phrase sets. PJ stands for assignments. Very simple. This is very simple topic in EHS and very important topic because if you know phrase management, most of the topics you can deal because you have some confidence to deal. So this is overall things about phrase management. More than this topic, you can't get anything related to phrase management. Each and everything I already explained to you. Please do some practice, then you will become experts in phrase management. If you people are really experts in phrase management, you can easily take any kind of phrase management activities or migrations or loads or whatever you want. So this is a way you can become. So this is all about phrases, and absolutely fine. The time is 8 o'clock. My session is completed. I completed the 1.5 hour session for today. I really like this session today. Maybe you people really heard it very well, and you understand the things inside phrase management and all. Luckily, the diagram also came really good, and we explained all the concepts and we explained all the transactions and also tables. This is good. As an EHS consultant, please have the memory of tables also. If you know the tables plus EHS concept, you will be the master. People are very much interested to check something inside the transactions and all. Within 5 seconds, you can access the table and you can get the information and you can tell the information before everyone can say. Anybody can say, just you can tell the information a bit faster, value added, you're the master. Whenever I'm doing the things in SAP, people used to call me as magician. Most of the clients call me as a magician. We can't do that, Ramesh, but you can easily do that. What is the reason? Because I'm an ABAP consultant at the initial. I know I started swimming in the tables and SAP database concepts. Later, I became the SAP EHS consultant. I know what is directly connected or what is indirectly connected to the particular object and all. I know in front and back end. So that is the thing. It will be a bit easy and faster for me to understand everything. That is the reason when I'm explaining something, I use it to explain the concepts, transactions, and also to the tables. This is very, very important. If you need a table, there is no need to search in the Google or something. You should have that in your brain, and you need to understand how to remember that. That's it. Thank you. This is all. I just want to say thank you so much for the day.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.